Hi guys, it's me again. So I don't have TV at my house. Well, I mean, I have Netflix and stuff. I have the internet, obviously, but I don't have cable. So when a couple of friends and even my own biological father were talking to me about the whole situation that's happening in Baltimore, my first, inclination is, what exactly happened? Like, I'm hearing all these different people, oh, they attacked this black kid, and oh, it was terrible, they broke his spine. And I'm like, oh my God, holy crap. Who does that? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, well, why was he arrested? And I got, no answers, none. None at all. So I went digging, because I'm one of those kind of people, and I found the kid's arrest record. He's been arrested, freaking over 10 times from now until, from 2007, I think was, the earliest one, which is, he's 25. He'd been, 17, 18, depending on when his birthday was, depending on whether or not he turned 26 this year. So this kid's almost as old as I am. And he's a severe narcotics dealer. So you're telling me that, Baltimore, Maryland is having this huge riot and fit and looting, pillaging, murdering, raping, everything over a drug dealer. I mean, I'm sure this kid was awesome. I'm sure he wasn't a bad person, but I don't really understand with what his, his rap sheet showed, with what the video even showed, which, yeah, they said the video I watched, they said he was tasered, and I was like, that is way out of line. Way out of line. But the reason he was arrested was because he ran from the cops. Because they looked at him funny. He looked at the cops funny, apparently, which we all know, suspicion is, apparently 9/10 the law, other than possession, of course. But they attacked because they were afraid. Not afraid that he would hurt them or anything, but afraid of what he had done to run. You know what I mean? So, I'm trying to understand both sides. I feel terrible about Mr. Gray's family and what his mother must be going through. When you do stuff like this, it doesn't just affect you, it affects everyone around you. It affects your friends, it affects all of your family, close or far. Anyone with the last name Gray who's black now is going to be asked, oh, were you related? And that's all they're going to remember. Who knows? Maybe this kid was like a big brother. Maybe this kid used, whatever money he got and donated it to charity. I don't know. I never, like I said, I don't personally know the kid, and he could be a saint other than, dealing and possessing narcotics, and I think possession of stolen property was in there too. So that's a little sketchy, but I mean, he could have just started to change his life around. He could have tried to stop and couldn't because of certain circumstances. Nobody knows. No one but his family or himself, maybe some of his friends, know exactly what was going on. Now, they're saying on the news that, from what I saw of CNN.com, that he has no bodily harm or whatever other than his spine being broken. Well, I don't know about you, but if a dude jumps off a bike and jumps into me near a brick wall, something might happen. If his back hit that wall, and it wasn't even a full wall, it was like a partial wall. So if the guy tackled him and he almost went over the wall, he could have easily broken his spine without even knowing it, by accident. But the kid was in police custody when it happened. But before that, he didn't sustain any injury. But in the video, it showed him, not being able to walk, and them saying, oh, his leg's broken. I watched it. I've seen people with broken legs. I've seen people with broken arms. And no, that didn't look broken to me. It looked like he just had been tasered, which apparently hurts a lot. I hope to never find out. But, I'm watching these things, and I'm like, oh my God. With the whole thing, with black rights and everything, everyone's freaking out. It's like Martin Luther King all over again. Only this isn't this isn't a Martin Luther King. This isn't, oh, his rights were taken from him. And, oh, you know, I don't know. He could have been, I don't know Baltimore police. I don't know Maryland police. He could have been hurt when he was in their custody. I'm not defending them at all. But as much stuff as this kid did, I don't know. Maybe something happened elsewhere. Like, maybe he got hurt somehow. And, you know, the police are covering it up because they did it or because someone else did it. Like, maybe someone else bought them off. Because, like I said, this guy has been distributing and possessing narcotics since 2007. You know, that's like 8 years, guys. 8 freaking years. His last arrest, I think, was in March of this year for possession of narcotics. So either he's a dealer or he's a user. Which, I mean, I don't know. But they said there was no other injuries, so I don't think he was a user. But I don't know, guys. I don't know what the take is on this. I don't mean to be offensive to anybody. This is not, I'm not putting this out there to, you know, make anyone upset. I'm just saying you need to look at the whole picture. And mind you, there are protesters out there that are pillaging, rioting, causing fires, causing fights, killing people, raping, all of that stuff. But there are also the protesters that are good, that are actually protesting against the cause and not the person. So, whereas Freddie Gray in the black community was a black man who was, you know, hurt in police custody. Oh, police brutality. It's Freddie Gray. That's not how he wanted to be remembered, I'm sure. I don't think he wanted to be a martyr. I don't think that he would like the way that people are using his name and spreading it through the dirt like that. I mean, I don't care what this kid was. Sinner, saint, doesn't matter. I don't care if he went to Sunday school. I don't care if he went to church. But I can guarantee you that his mother cares about someone plastering his name on something and then burning it all up. That just doesn't seem right to me. Like I said, this kid had some issues. This kid had some problems. You know, maybe he couldn't be helped. But the police were wrong. A, that's what I want to point out first. The police were wrong in my opinion. And B, there was a reason why he was arrested. C, he didn't want people to start breaking cars and houses and tagging his name all over stuff in the name of hatred and anger. I can almost guarantee you that. Yeah, he probably wanted revenge for whatever happened to him. I can probably attest to that because I'd want the same thing should it have happened to me. But not like that. Now his name's all over the news, yeah. That's good that it's at least on the news. But it's surrounded by so much anger and hatred that you lose the person. You don't see Freddie Gray anymore. You see the guy, the black kid who got hurt in cop custody. I have not heard one person talk to me about this story that has given me the guy's name. All I heard was, oh, it was a black man and this and that. And, oh, cool. Like, I didn't know he was my age until I looked on the internet. Like, that should have been first and foremost in someone's mind. Yeah, this kid named Freddie Gray, yeah, he may have had a rap sheet, but oh my God, man. He got in that cop car. And it wasn't just about the race. I'm sure it was probably about how much trouble he'd been in. You know, when you get in that much trouble, cops don't cut you slack, and they get tired of it. Well, when you get a cop that's not so good, bad things happen. And those cops are suspended. I kind of hope that they get kicked off the force. Should it have actually happened, they should definitely get kicked off the force. Definitely. Because one bad apple spoils the whole bushel. You know, so there's that. Like I said, I don't mean to offend anybody. My own uncle was a cop, so I know that things like this happen. And it's terrible. Nobody likes to hear about it. But, you know, probably in the cops' mind, they were cleaning up the streets. Didn't matter what the kid's skin color was. It mattered about the fact that he was dealing and possessing narcotics. And, you know, what if he was doing that to little kids, you know? I'd be outraged too. But then again, they're not judge, jury, and executioner. You know, they should let the law, which we all follow or should follow, and all back up and all, you know, vote for, we all stand by. They should stand by that themselves. And they should be the ones to follow it the most, which I've noticed, especially, I live in Michigan. I noticed especially around here, they don't really do that. So, yeah. I think that more than one person was in the wrong, and I think that the facts need to come out. I think that, you know, I want to hear from his family. I want to hear about what kind of person he was. Not what he did. Not what the police did. I want to hear about this kid who died. Not about Baltimore. Not about Maryland. Not about riots or pillaging or anything. Mind you, when I looked up the riots, I did see that they all started virtually because a cop threw a rock. Dude, don't throw stones when you live in a glass house. Come on now. It says that people were protesting. Not violently, just protesting. But then again, you don't know what they were saying. It doesn't say. You don't know what exactly they were doing. I don't think they tied themselves to a tree. I don't think that, you know, it was a benign protest where they just sat down and meditated. I don't know about any of that, but I do know what I've seen, that that cop was definitely in the wrong. You know, he went to the funeral to stop a riot and ended up starting it. And, I mean, in actuality, I'm pretty sure if the cops hadn't been at the funeral at all, the riots wouldn't have started. So, there's that. But, like I said, Baltimore's freaking out and becoming something that's not. You know, it's becoming a terrible place. Like, I don't ever want to go there. It's becoming terrible. All because of Freddie Gray. And that's what everyone's going to think. All because of the cops and Freddie Gray. They released the cops' ages and names and how long they've been on the force. But I could not tell you any of those. All I remember is Freddie Gray. And he should just be remembered as that. And you should protest police brutality. Don't protest someone's death. And when you protest, don't protest with anger and violence, because that's how it all started anyways. What do you think police brutality is? Wake up. Open your eyes. They say fight fire with fire. Well, guess what? If you fight fire with fire, the whole freaking city burns. The whole thing. Gone. Then you have nothing. All you have is your anger. That's just my opinion on the subject. Just a lowly Michigander. So, if you like my videos and stuff, go ahead and subscribe down at the bottom. Give me your opinion. You know, if it's terrible, even if you hate me for saying any or all of this stuff, I understand. Like I said, I don't mean to be offensive to anybody. I just think that the facts need to be found. And I think that there's more than just the cops that are fishy to me. Like, there's more to this situation. I also think that the protests should be actual protests and not riots, because rioting never solves anything. It just makes the whole city scared. Like I said, fire with fire makes the whole world burn. Well, you guys have a great night, and hopefully I will send you another video soon. I'm super excited for my soapbox to come. It should be coming like within the next month. I hope it comes near my birthday. Soapbox. You know, in case anyone from Fortune Cookie is listening, my cat now really wants her treats. So I'm going to say goodbye to you guys. Have a good night. Bye, Jade. Bye, Mr. Electric Man.